What up, YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, back at you with another Forza 6 video, man. In this one, we have another request from Elmer Salguero, and he wants to see a track-focused S2000 build. Now, the reason I really want to do this build is because on my channel, I have been bagging on Hondas a lot lately, all for fun. Keep in mind, I do own a Nissan 3.5 Altima, and I was highly considering selling it for a 8th gen Honda Civic. So the only reason I do such riced out builds for you Honda guys is because I know it gets your butthole tickled. But today we are going to do some redemption and jump up in here and do a Honda S2000 build. So obviously, first and foremost, what we are going to do is go ahead and buy our S2000. Now, I do not have the Fast and Furious download content, so what we're going to do is just buy the stock S2000 2009 and see what we got as far as paint jobs go. Now, since this is going to be a track build, I'm thinking we should pick maybe a racetrack paint scheme. So this spoon paint job looking great for me. I know this was, correct me if I'm wrong, this was, I think, the paint scheme on one of the Integras back in the day. But today, it's going to be on our S2000. Actually looks very clean, I must say. So without further ado, what we're going to do is jump up into this build, man. So if you guys are new to the channel, I just want to say thank y'all for watching. You know, click that subscribe button if you want to see more. If you guys are already subscribed, man, you guys already know what's up. So we're gonna get right into it, man. So first and foremost, I would like to take care of some conversions here. So let's check out our options for the engine swap. Now, I know we got that 5.7 liter V8 and the 3.7 liter V6. I'm not 100% sure what that motor is out of. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have any idea. But for this build, I'm going to leave the stock 2.0 liter engine in this mofo. Now, I don't know if it's a K series. Let me know down in the comments. You Honda guys will know for sure. So drivetrain swap. Obviously, it would be blasphemy if we were to put an all-wheel drive conversion on this. Gotta leave it rear-wheel drive. And aspiration, maybe a little bit of a turbo on this one is in store. So we're gonna go ahead and install a turbo. Next up, we're gonna take care of this body kit. So we're gonna add that Forza Splitter, obviously, because it's gonna be a race car, not a race car. And we gotta get that nice wing on there. Now the stock one looking kind of nice, but I have to say that front bumper pretty aggressive. So we're gonna go ahead and install that rear wing on there. Now let's back it on up here and take care of our tires. Now, since this is going to be a track build, race tire compound all around, gotta have that. And we are also going to big up our tire size because we're going to need a lot of grip out there for sure. So once we took care of that, we're going to get rid of these ugly ass wheels. I'm thinking something like BBS style would really be appropriate. Actually, these are perfect, to be honest. I love these little copper painted wheels on the S2000s. Those looking pretty dope too. Now, it looks like this is part of the paint scheme, so that's a good thing. So every wheel is going to be that copper color, which is what we are looking for right now. Those BBSs, to be honest, not exactly what I was looking for, so we're going to keep it going. Now, that first set of wheels, I have to say, is probably one of my favorites. We're going to look for something kind of spoon-ish, so let's keep it going here. Oh, them end keys. Yeah, for our track build, we are definitely going with those. Obviously, what do we got? Stock 17s, 18s. We're going to go ahead and put an 18-inch wheel on here just so we can fit our big brake kit. 18s front and back, looking slick. And obviously, we're going to have to jump into the drivetrain and upgrade our clutch, upgrade that transmission to a race transmission since it is going to be a track build. And I'm going to go ahead and install that differential just so we can get both wheels spinning freely, and obviously the race drive line. So what we're going to do obviously install those big brakes since we're going to be racing this thing, and definitely take her down with the suspension. Now this car is looking sexy, man. I love these S2000s. Now to be honest, I have to say here in Toronto where I live, it would be cheaper for me to get a 350Z or even a G35. G35 is a little cheaper than the 350s, but if I had the dough, man, a S2000, that would be where it's at, because to be honest, this car, you add a turbo to it, and the thing just is a whole new beast, man. Similar to a Miata, except with a little more power and a little, a little bit more modern than a Miata, so to say. So definitely a sick car. I'm gonna be excited to actually drive this beast, man. Upgrade that turbo, bringing us into the S class. So what I'm gonna do is put on just the sport turbo, because what I want to do is keep this thing in A class. Now I know a lot of guys out there are wondering why. Because we are going to do a race build, I want to make sure that this thing is going to top out at the top of A class, and I don't think it's going to top out at the top of the S class. So I'm going to keep it down here at A for the moment and just upgrade a few things. So as you guys can see, now we are at the top of A class. Will be completely competitive once I get it out there on the track in this class. So next up, what we got to do obviously is back it on up, jump into the tune shop and throw a little bit of a tune on this thing. Now what I'm thinking, gearing, topping out at 275 clicks. Now to be honest, not a whole lot of speed, but I think it's going to be adequate for this build because, let's face it, a lot of the tracks in Forza 6 don't really have that big-ass, straightaways and stuff like that. So that's going to be good. Obviously, we need to stiffen up those anti-roll bars. Gotta do that. And the springs, stiffen up those springs all the time. And lower this biatch to the ground, man. Now differential, what I'm gonna do is put the acceleration to, let's say, 80% and hope that this thing doesn't break loose for me in the rear end. So what we're gonna do this time around, jump up into the test gear, top gear test track, my mistake, and I'm going to do a couple practice laps in this, and then what I'm going to do is restart it and see if I can get a full lap in there, and, maybe we'll time it and stuff like that, but I'm going to need a little bit of practice here. So what we're going to do is do that first off, and then I will, like I say, restart it up and see if we can get a little bit of lap action going here, man. So if you guys enjoyed this video so far, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button, man. It all works the same. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so first and foremost, we're going to get a look at this car. This thing is a gem, man. I love the way this looks. Nice and low to the ground. Tuck and tire all around, man. That turbo, like I say, that turbo really opens things up. So what we're going to do is take off here. Now, since this was a race build, I want this thing to be completely capable on the track. Ascend, just breaking loose a little bit. Heavy on the brakes, nice grip to be honest. A lot of cars when they get into that turn just understeer and they just front tires just start sliding. This thing, lots of grip everywhere into the straight. Watch those pylons, get onto that gas. Jeez, man, a Honda with a turbo, just a beautiful thing. Obviously, I ain't no Stig. Hold on to her. Oh! Getting a little hairy. 123 for my first lap. Got a little bit of a practice lap in there. Let's see if we can get a solid time going here. 1 minute 23 seconds. Current best. That turbo just kicking ass, man. Second gear into this turn. Rolling on the throttle. Rear end braking loose a little bit. Heavy on the brakes, back into first gear. Into this straight, feathering the gas. Stomping on it. Took her a little wide there. Ripping on it. What a gem this car is, man. Just redlining the shit out of this car, man. One minute and 20 seconds, so we shaved 3 seconds off of our lap time with just a little bit of practice. This car is actually a beautiful build, man. Now, I'm glad that I didn't get too carried away with the power. Even though I could use a little bit of power, it's just manageable, man. You come out of these turns and you just roll on the throttle. It doesn't want to get too crazy, you know what I mean? It handles beautifully, it looks beautiful, it sounds amazing. I am gonna call this build a success, man. So if you guys enjoy this video, if you guys have any requests, make sure you drop me a link down in the comments section. This thing is actually probably my new favorite Honda build. I hope you guys think so too. Turned out absolutely amazing. So with that being said, we are going to put an end to this video. I just want to say thank y'all mofos for watching, and we're going to catch y'all at the next one, man. Peace.